Hey guys, thanks for coming back to the YouTube channel. It's been long overdue, but you finally have a replica belt review right here. I'm not going to hide what it is because obviously the title says what it is as well as the thumbnail. Today we're going to be reviewing a replica version of the NXT Championship belt that they currently use on WWE TV. Overall, I think this is a pretty decent belt, but obviously there are flaws as with any replica belt because they don't compare to a real handcrafted championship belt. But overall it's pretty decent, and I'm going to get into why I think this, and hopefully this video is going to help you come to a decision if you're thinking about buying one of these. So let's get straight into it. Right, okay, so before I get started I just want to apologise for the lighting. It may be off, it may not be. I just thought I need to get this video done, otherwise I'll never get it done. I've been putting it off for weeks because there's been no sunlight in England or wherever I am at the moment. But anyway, so we are here to talk about the NXT Replica Championship. As standard, you get a bag with it. So this bag has the NXT logo, and it actually says NXT Championship Replica. So it's a bit of a funny shape, but of course the belt is a bit of a funny shape. So this is the standard sort of material bag, only now for some reason there's a barcode attached to the edge. So on the reverse you got the zip. Don't know if you can make that out because it's black, it blends in. So you got the zip on the back as standard, so nothing really else, nothing much to report there. So let's look at the belt. First opinions of this belt, I could see from like pictures and everything, this belt looks like the old-fashioned replica. It's very flat, no curve to it at all, but I'll get into that. So yeah, I wasn't really expecting much when I first got this, but let's have a look. So, as you all know if you watch NXT or have seen the belt, you've got the big NXT logo in the middle that forms the main plate of the belt. On each side you have 3 WWE logos. Obviously it would have had, I can't remember if they produced these with the old scratch logo or whether they just produced these once they changed the logo. I think it was once they changed the logo they produced these. So it's got, each plate has the the new WWE logo, but now it's pretty old. I've had it for about a year. Of this side, the same thing. You got 3 on each side. You got 9 snaps on each side, top and bottom. So this side you got the male snaps, and obviously they penetrate. They go deep inside the female snaps. So you got 9 of these here, and 9 here. And of course, you got the gold tip on the edge here. Right, so I'll give you the measurements of each plate. Let me just grab my phone and let's look at this more in detail. Right, so measurements. This first one is from the top to the bottom. Now this is measuring the strap, not the plate. So the strap itself from the top to the bottom is about 9.5 inches, which is about 24 centimeters. The width of the strap, so I measured this from here to here, so not the plate, the actual strap itself is about 1 foot or 30.4 centimeters. Now top to bottom of the plate, so this is actually from the gold to the bottom of the gold, that is 8.5 inches, which is about 21.6 centimeters, and the width of the plate, so from the gold again to this part of the gold, is just under 11 inches, so that's about 27.7 centimeters. Right, so the width, next measurement I've got is the width of the NXT, so on the main plate. So this measures from the gold here to the end of the T here, the gold. That is about 9.75 inches, so 24.8 centimeters. The length of the strap, so this is from the very end here all the way across to the gold tip here at the end, and that is about 49.25 inches, which is about 125 centimeters. The height of the strap, so this is measured, where are we? I apologise, this is measured from the side part, so from here to the bottom here, which is obviously the same on this side. That is just under 6.75 inches, so about 17 centimeters. And the height of the side plates and the width. Now these are perfectly square from what I can tell. So the height and the width of the side plates, they're 2.75 inches each, and which equals about 7 centimeters. Right, so that's the measurements. Apologies if they were a bit slow. I was reading them off my phone. I'm not a psychic. But anyway, let's now take a look at the belt itself. So as I said earlier, I wasn't expecting much because in the pictures the plate itself looked pretty flat, and it is. There's no real curve to it, and I should point out these are like the old school replicas. They're only 2mm thick. They're not 4mm like some of the cast replicas that they produce today. So it seems like I don't know whether to say they're not too bothered about the NXT title belts, but it seems like they've gone backwards, let's say. It's still a pretty decent belt. Obviously, if you know what you're looking for, you know it's not going to measure up to the quality of a real one. And in terms of the look as well. What I do like about this, you might not be able to tell from the lighting and the quality of this video, is that the gold paint looks like they've actually gone with the true gold paint, let's say. If you remember from the cast replica of the Intercontinental title I had, the paint seemed a bit watered down. It was a bit paler than the usual gold that they use. But it seems like with all replicas, even the new cast ICs with the new logo, they've actually gone back to the more true gold paint, let's say. So that the colour of it actually looks pretty good. Like I said, I don't know if you can tell that from this video, but it is really good. Yeah, so as I said, there's no curve in the plate, so it looks very flat. It looks very, I don't know. To me, when I see the NXT title on the TV or whatever, it looks like the plate's a bit wider. So as you can see, my hand's stretching out there, wider that way. I could be wrong, but definitely the gold plate is more true gold, I'd say, on the actual belts, even though I've just bigged up this one. And obviously the plate is curved, so it looks a lot different. This just looks like, realistically, it looks like it could just be made out of cardboard in terms of like the way it looks. Not the material, I mean, just like, you know, the actual shape of it. That's what I'm looking for, the shape of it. But obviously it's not cardboard because, as you can see, there's shines and everything. Right, hold on, let me just put this down. So that's the main plate. Just give you a quick overview of it. Obviously the precision is pretty good. The paint doesn't really overrun anywhere. I can see a few things. So you can see my reflection and my ceiling. So where did I spot it? I thought I just spotted a part where the paint overran a bit, but I can't really see it now. Anyway, screw it. Pretty good job on this. So side plates, these are just standard, so you got a bit of gold, black, silver, and the WWE logo is in black. Once again, as it would look weird otherwise, these plates are only 2mm thick. So there's no point really going over the others because they're exactly the same. Have a look at the snaps. So as I said, you've got 9 male snaps on the left side if you're looking at it from this angle, top and bottom. And over on the other side, you've got 9 female snaps that get taken by the male snaps. So 9 of those, top and bottom. Then you've got a thin gold tip, thinner than we're used to seeing on the championship belts. So now have a quick look at the strap. Obviously this is not the real leather, it's the old simulated stuff, pretty hard but a bit more flexible than the original belts that they first produced. So you got stitching right around the edge. Hopefully you can see that. So that goes all the way around the strap. Can't see it there, but there you go. So you got the stitching. It goes all the way to the tip, and then obviously back round, so it runs into the X, and then back here. On the strap itself you got X's stamped in, so this does stop where the side plates start, so because of that there's no X's in the gaps here, and that's the same on the other side here. Then you've got some generic border stamping that actually runs in between the plates, so that runs across the whole strap. As you can see, it continues here, and then a bit around the snaps as well, not around the plate. So, there you go. Alright. So just flip it over. It's the old standard backing with all the screws and bolts showing as they do. So quickly show you that. Pretty solid backing. So you've got the bolts here holding in the main plate, 4 screws for each side plate, male snaps here. So you've got screws, 2 in each corner of the X, and then 1 on each side holding in the centre. Screws here for the side plates, and then you've got the female snaps as so. So on the back the strap is pretty thick actually. Got the screws there, so on the other side it's quite thin on the front, on the back it's pretty thick. So in the middle here you got the stitched in, I don't know, seal of approval, whatever. So this says official NXT authentic. Got a load of stars, Replica Championship title, stars made in China as usual, shopwwe.com, trademark and copyright 2014 WWE, all rights reserved, and you got the little WWE holographic logo. Right, so that's a close-up of the belt. Let's take a look now how it looks over the shoulder and around the waist of a standard just under 6 foot bloke. Flipping heck, this is quite a beast to snap on, so that might be fun. I'll probably do a camera cut, but anyway, let's take a look at that now. Right, so this is the belt here. Let's quickly put it over the shoulder. As I said, the strap is obviously pretty solid compared to a genuine leather strap, but it is a bit more flexible than the standard original replicas that the WWF or WWE produced back in the day. As you can see, the strap does sit pretty well over the shoulder, so it does touch my back rather than the originals that obviously were way out here or something like that. So in terms of the strap itself, pretty good. I think they have gotten better over time. I am now going to cut this camera to put this around my waist because this is a bloody hell of a job to do. Actually, let me keep this in there just so you can see how bad this actually is. So, right, I always put the belts on reverse like this. I've just tried this on and I've had some trouble. For it to sit comfortably on me, I would have 4 snaps done up, but I'm having to reduce that to 3. I know I'm a little chubby around there, but because of the shape of the plates, it being straight, being quite long, let's say, it's a little hard to turn it round without it catching my rib cage, not my belly fat. So there's just a little insight into my life right there. Right, so I've got the top 3 snaps done up. I'm trying to fix bottom ones now, so that's 1, 2 and 3. Right, okay, so that might not have looked awkward, but honestly, when I was trying the 4 snaps, it was bloody awkward. Because the strap's are wide as well, it's a little hard to line up the snaps. So now, as I do, turn it round, and I suppose that's a decent fit actually. Probably if I did the 4 snaps as I initially intended to, it would have been too tight on my waist, but this one's pretty comfortable right now. It's not wobbling all over the place. Hopefully, I hope you can see that. I don't care if my head's cut off in the video. But yeah, that's pretty comfortable. So, there you go. That's the Replica belt around my waist. I feel like Ric Flair when I do this. Obviously, I'm not Ric Flair. So yeah, straight plate, no curvature. I assume if it was curved it would probably fit more, I don't know if to say comfortably or not, because this is pretty comfortable, but it would fit more snug. So I've got, I don't know if you can see, a bit of gap here. Fuck it. Yeah, but that's it. Not too bad. Just trying to see if there's anything. No, that's pretty alright. Nothing else to comment on. So, there you have it. So I'm about, I like to say 5'11", just under 6 foot, round about that. Pretty average build with a bit of extra stuff on me. So yeah, make your own assumptions based on the way you are, how it would feel for you. So that's that. Let's see if this comes off alright. I'm always worried the snaps are going to pop off there, but no, that's fine. So, that's the belt. Do I feel like Kevin Owens right now? Yes, I do, because of the way he carried the belt. Am I Kevin Owens? Fuck no, I'm not. Just in the sense that he's a highly talented person. That's not a dig on Kevin Owens if he ever does watch this. I appreciate his work. But I'm just going to shut up about that now. But anyway, so that's the NXT Championship Replica. As I said, strap itself pretty flexible there, as you can see. So yeah, anyway guys, I hope, as usual, this video has been more informative, maybe a bit entertaining. The purpose is to inform you about this belt, give you a review. If you're thinking about getting it, hopefully this can make you come to a decision. So yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hate doing all this bullshit, but like, subscribe, all that crap. Follow me on Twitter, it's probably around here somewhere in the description or some other, whatever. I don't think my YouTube matters, but Twitter matters, sorry, but fuck it. Everyone else does it. So, yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, that's the main point, and I hope this has been informative and useful for you. So, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.